and welcome back to my playthrough of World of Warcraft, the board game. I have to confess that last episode was pretty buggy, but I think I more or less caught all of the mistakes myself. So main thing was of course this event card, and one thing I definitely forgot was to award an additional experience point when we defeated those Murlocs, because this was a level 2 quest and both of our heroes were at level 1 when we achieved this, but you only get one bonus. So one of the participating heroes is allowed to gain one bonus point, and I think I will give this bonus point to Shailara, and I'm doing this because Sandrai will try to take out that Murloc down there, so she will definitely get some experience point, probably this round. But I think we can get started now. Keep in mind, both of our heroes now got a bounty on their head. So whenever they end their round, basically adjacent to a blue creature, that blue creature will move into their space. And yeah, then they have to defeat or challenge that blue creature. Right now, I think we also should have moved this guy down here to Sandrai, because he's clearly adjacent and he wants her bounty. So I will do that right away. Normally I should have done that at the end of the round, but in this case it really doesn't matter. So I will move this Worgen down to Sandrai, and not sure if she will take him out on her own or if I should send Shailara, because the fight doesn't start because she does a challenge action. So right now that's not really a problem. So as long as she can move there, and then whatever, she can even start the challenge against this guy. So it's not that those guys are actively attacking us. And actually those Worgens are pretty tough. So we have to check the blue column here. The threat isn't that bad. The attack is definitely bad, and the health of 10 points. I think Shailara doesn't have a Sandrai doesn't have a chance to take him out on her own. And this is also crazy. The special ability. No, I think I have to help Sandrai, and we really have to get rid of that bounty as soon as possible. And that's really crap, because I have more than enough money to get rid of my bounty. The problem is both of the characters have a bounty, so I could keep her here, for example, pay off the bounty. This would be a town action. Then she doesn't have enough actions left to move over to Sandrai space and also participate in that combat or in that challenge, and then again Sandrai would be on her own. So I think this is something I have to postpone, to be honest. It's really unfortunate, but yeah, I think that's our only chance, and I really don't want to see a defeat, to be honest. This doesn't make sense, because this guy would still be here and would be in our way anyway. So yeah, I think let's move Shailara over here with her first action. With her second action, she will then do the challenge, and I think Sandrai will then also of course activate her first token, and then they would both engage this Worgen here. Okay, let's start with Sandrai. She was the one being threatened, so let's see. So we have the new Skycaller wand here. This is awesome, so we will definitely go for it. So these are 2 blue dice and attrition +1, which is an auto hit. Then I will activate the Shadow Bolt. This costs me 1 energy, really not that expensive. And this also allows me to gain 1, but because of the improved Shadow Bolt, we get also 2 blue dice. That's really something. Then we get a red die, of course, and we get our green die because of the demon armor. And I think that's pretty much it. Let's roll those dice. So let's see what we get. We are looking for a 6, and wow, this was really an awful roll. Oh man, this is really crap. Okay, so I will definitely keep this die here. I have a reroll because of my demon armor, so I will definitely reroll that die. I gain another reroll because of my band staff, so I will reroll this die. I get my weapon specialization, so this is also another reroll, and I get an additional reroll because of the battle shout of Shailara. And I think I will go for No, I will go for this one here, of course. So let's roll those 4 dice. Okay, that's actually not too bad, to be honest. And we still have that attrition. So that's pretty cool. Oof, okay, at least something though. 2 more hits. Oop, this was a 7. 2 more hits, and of course I cannot reroll those dice again. Let's assign those tokens. So that's 2 into the damage box because of those 2 dice, and 1 into the defense dice. And now I'm really happy that I have Shailara with me. But I nearly forgot her attrition here, which also allows us place an additional damage token into the attrition box. This attrition doesn't do any defense, so this is really important distinction here, but of course it will still help us to defeat the Worgen. And I think the Worgen has, what was it, health of 10. Oh man, I definitely need some more, that's for sure. Okay, let's see what we get for Shailara. First combat round, so we can use the Shadow Melt. We get 1 here. Here we have the Heroic Strike. I think we will of course activate it, and we also get 1 energy here for the charge. So I would basically go down to 1 only. That's great. So let's activate it, that's for sure. Here we get another red die because of our rusty sword, and here we would gain 3 green dice for our defense. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's not forget the cruelty talent here, so we can increase 2 red dice by 1 pip. Okay, here we don't have pips, but real actual numbers, but I think you get the picture. Let's roll those dice. Wow, also a crappy roll. We have 2 re-rolls if I get that right. Yeah, that's clear. So we will keep those because they are auto successes because of our cruelty, so we can add 1 to both of those. Though that's definitely important. We will definitely re-roll this. And I think I will go for another green die to re-roll. So let's move them out. Let's hope for something cool on those. Oh man, this really sucks. This will be a tough one. Now we will definitely use our cruelty. So let's increase those dice to 6s. So we did at least something during this fight. So let's add those 2 here to our defense value. We clearly don't have enough points to take him out with our ranged or magical attack. Wow, this Worgen is really a tough one. And now the Worgen will actually strike back, and he will strike back with a attack of 7. So we are taking 4 hits now. This really sucks, and we can distribute those as we see fit. And I think I will give them all 4 to Shailara for now, because if she heals, she will be able to fully heal. So I think it doesn't really make sense to distribute it for now at least. And I think that's really it. Yeah, wow, this was really a tough combat round. And what's more important is we are now allowed to move those guys here to this box. This is not enough to take him out because we are looking for 10 points. And the special ability of the Worgen says that we have to remove 2 hit tokens from the damage box for each Worgen remaining in combat. That's pretty much the resolution step. So we just lost 2 of those points, and this was really a crappy round. Okay, let's get into the next combat round. Let's build the die pool for Sandrai. So again, we will activate the Shadow Bolt. This gives us 2, 1 green, 2 blue, 1 red, and that's pretty much it. Yes. Wow, those bounty events are really cool idea for this solo experience, to be honest. This is really, wow, good job. Have to admit, it's challenging, but it's really a lot of fun. So let's say we are still looking for 6s. Okay, here we have 2 hits. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 rerolls actually. I think I missed that during the last turn, but I think I will not repair. We have the weapon specialization, we have the demon armor, we have the band staff, and we have the battle shout. Yeah, that's the case. So I can reroll all 4 of those dice here, which is okay. It's kind of nice. Let's see. And one hit. Are you serious? Okay, yeah, there's not much more I can do, but this time I will definitely not forget the attrition. Let's assign those dice. Okay, 2 damage because of the magical, then 1 defense. That's kind of important as well, but wow, we will really suck. Pretty sure about this. One of ours will go down. I'm pretty sure about that. And 1 attrition. So right now we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in theory we should be able to take him out, but we will definitely get hit once. That's for sure. Okay, let's see what Shalara can do. First of all, she gains 1 energy. She will spend both of her energy for the heroic strike. So 1, 1, 1, and 3. And we're really looking for some good results this round, and we only have we have 2 rerolls, don't forget that. And again we are looking for a 6 or more. Wow, it's just scrappy. Okay, so those are 2 hits. Those are not enough. I cannot increase them. Wow, this is tough. So I have 2 rerolls and I will go for those 2, that's for sure. Yeah, so let's see what we get. And are you serious? It's not enough. We are 1 wound short. This is unbelievable. We cannot use our cruel ability. Oh man, this really sucks. I cannot believe this. Wow. Okay, that's 3 more. Again, he's inflicting 4 wounds. I cannot believe this. Yeah, because still we had 6, we need 10. So he's definitely not dead during this first ranged combat step. So let's spend 1 here. Yeah, so we still need to assign 3 more. So 2 will come from those. And now I'm again extremely lucky that I have this Azure Silk Hood here, because this allows me once per combat round you may spend 1 energy instead of losing 1 health. And this is just the last piece of health I needed to spend. So they are both down to only 1 health point, and now I really have to take him down during the ranged combat phase or magic phase in order not to suffer an additional hit. Wow, this really sucks. So let's move those guys up there. This will be removed. Now we have 9 points. 2 will be removed. So again, we are only at 7. We need 3 more hits here. And if not, both of our heroes will go down. This will be extremely close. Let's build the dice pool. I do that now off camera unless I do something very special. Let's start with Sandra again. And ideally we see 3 blue hits, because this would mean we would take the Worgen out before he gets a chance to hit back again. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's not too bad. Okay, that's really not bad. Okay, 1 hit. This is a hit. This is a hit. Right now we are 1 hit short in this one as well. We still have 4 rerolls or so, so let's reroll those. And if we see 1 6 or more on one of those, we are good. Let's see. Oh man, are you kidding me? I can't be serious. Yeah, okay, cannot help it. So let's assign those dice. Yeah, I think I think we cannot take him out. No, it's easy as that. Okay, that's 2 from here. 1 here, 1 there. These are 2 defense points. That's actually not too bad. And of course we get 1 attrition. But yeah, it will not be enough to take him out. So these are just 9. It's like it is. So we have to hope that Shalara, but she doesn't roll a blue die. No. We really have to roll as many successes as possible now. That's our only chance. The problem now is that Shalara cannot use her heroic strike now. So she gets 1 energy. That's okay. But we not enough to power up this heroic strike. So we gain 1 less red die, and we are losing this reroll here. So we really have to be damn lucky, because if we are not, we are really in trouble, because he will move there. I think then it's okay. I think then in this case this card may be broken, because yeah, I think then he would move next here, but I'm not sure if those independent creatures are allowed to enter this space. but I have to check that. Or maybe I will play it now that way, because if they both move here and he moves there, then they will never have a chance to defeat him. This would then go on for ages with 1 hit points each. They wouldn't stand a chance against this Worgen. You could clearly see that now. Yeah, let's better hope for something good. And actually, I'm not really sure, but I think I will play it this way. So I will not allow that this independent creature will move into South Shore, because otherwise, yeah, we would be toast. This would go on for ages. So let's hope for something cool, though. Yeah, not dead yet, but we really need some successes. Let's see. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit. That's pretty cool, but it's not enough, I believe. So we still have 1 reroll, so let's remove this one. Let's hope for something cool here. At least a 5, then we can use our cruelty ability. That's an 8. Awesome. I think this should be enough, actually. Awesome. Great, 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 great. So let's see. We are getting 2 reds. Those go here. Then we get 2 green. Those also go here. That's pretty much 1 piece of damage this Worgen will inflict. And now I could really think of... does it really matter? No, it doesn't. And thematically, I think I should use the Azure Silk Hood once more. But I think in this case, no. I have to play it strategically. So I will have Shailara lose her last health point. So she is now defeated, which will automatically move her back to South Shore. So I'm not losing an action traveling back there and healing. So I think overall that's actually the better deal. But of course, let's check our combat area here. This is definitely more than enough to take out the Worgen. Finally. So the path down here to Purgation Isle is free once more. Awesome job. Of course, we can keep this Worgen because we can trade him for 10 attack points worth of blue creatures in order to get rid of our bounty. Because this will really teach those bounty hunters not to chase us. Sandra still has 1 activation left, and she will use it to rest. Now we can heal up to 2 times our level, which is the value of 4, and we get any combination of health and or energy. So I will go for 2 health. I want to be as healthy as possible, and 2 energy. So in order to get prepped for the quest down in Purgation Isle. This was already the end of the round. So let's move this token 2 spaces ahead. Of course, we can still do our character step, but I think there's nothing I want to do. No. And there aren't any rewards for defeating blue creatures whatsoever. Maybe I should have mentioned that more clearly. But of course we are allowed to draw one of those triangular items. And here we see the Trog Club, which is a maze, and Shailara can use a maze actually. For once we get 1 red die pool, but we can also spot a 7 to roll an additional die pool. Red die. I think, yeah, but first of all we would have to put it to the merchant deck anyway. So yeah, let's do that. And before we jump into the next round, I just figured I did a mistake here. I wanted to give that extra XP to Shailara and not to Sandra. I was mixing up their tokens. Okay, now let's start the next round, and we want to complete the Island of the Mug Dwellers quest down there. So with our first action, Sandra will move down there. With a second action, she will challenge those Murlocs, or this single Murloc there. Shouldn't really be that big of a deal. It's a great quest, as you might remember. Let's build her dice pool. So that's twice here because of our improved Shadow Bolt. The Skycaller, we still have to pay 1 energy, of course. We get a green one here and a red one there. And we have this attrition. Let's roll those dice. And the Murloc has a threat of 5. So let's see. Bam, bam. Those 2 are enough to take him out because he has only a health of 2. And we took care of him doing the ranged combat stab. Awesome job. But not so fast because, yeah, end of the reroll step. So we have to take care of this one here. So we will definitely want to reroll that single die because otherwise we would take a hit. That's a 7, pretty much an additional hit. even better job now, Sandrai. So let's remove this guy. Let's remove the quest token. Let's see what the rewards are. And here we see $5. Not too bad. 4 experience points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I really should know that's actually only 3 experience points. Yeah, because it's a level 1 quest and we are already at level 2. So we must not forget that. But of course, we are still allowed to draw 2 items and choose one. The soldier's armor. Cannot really use it here. We have the bastard sword. This would be a cool item for Shalara, or we could also sell it for half the price rounded up. So yeah, I think we will definitely keep this card. Then we draw a replacement quest, and I think we will go for... yeah, let's go for another green one. I think it's better. Murlocs in the mines. The foreman tugs at his beard, obviously distraught. We always dig too deep. We were mining a new vein when the whole works started to flood. Guess we hit an underground waterway. Then my men began disappearing below the surface. Please, they may still be down there. Those are 3 Murlocs, green ones, and 2 blue gnolls, and I really hope I pronounced those guys right now. So yeah, let's place those creatures. So those guys go here. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Maybe this could be another quest which they could both do together. Huh, tempting, but we still have to spawn 2 blue nodes here to Sofera's Naze. And that's even not that great of a reward, to be honest, but yeah, we have to deal with it somehow. Then it's still Shalara. Her first action will be a town action. This allows her to get rid of that bounty, and I want to get rid of that bounty. So she pays twice her level, which is 4. So let's get rid of this awful bounty, bad card. But during her town action, she's still allowed to heal up to her level. So again, any combination. And I think she would just go for 2 health points, because this should be enough to help Sandra during the next turn. This was pretty much her first action. With her second action, she will move here to this space, and yeah, later on during the next round we will try to take out those Murlocs. Okay, let's move this thing up 1, 2 spaces. Again, we will see an event card. Okay, here we have the traveling merchant, starting with a character that has the fewest XP, break ties. Right now, that's Shailara. We can now buy cards from the merchant deck for half the price rounded up, but I think we don't need to do that. Maybe this minor agility potion. Yeah, why not? So let's give her this one. This costs her only 1 piece of gold. That's not too bad. So let's give this one to Shalara. We can put it under her bag and it doesn't consume any space. And here for Sandrai, we see the rope of apprenticeship, to be honest, and this is a cool one. 1 green die and 2 rerolls, and we can get that for only 3 golds. Yeah, let's do that. So let's give this piece of gold to Sandrai. Yep. Nefarian doesn't move, but we still have to draw an additional card. And here we have a subterfuge. Also, it doesn't move, but we have a, let's say, an explanation. And this says, ignore the text on the card completely. When finishing the next quest, place 2 markers on the card. Remove 1 marker at the end of each round. As soon as you remove the last marker, you draw a new quest. Okay, so we will have fewer quests available as long as this is in place. I really do hope I will not forget that, so we definitely have to keep it. But we will only place markers on this one when we finish the next quest. Yes, and that's pretty much it. There is no other plus, so we can directly jump into the next round. But haha. Of course, we are still allowed to draw an additional item card. Footman tunic, leather, which gives us 2 green dice, and I think no one will use this. Nope. Okay, let's do one more round. So with the first action, Sandrai will move into this space here. As I'm using the variant rule, or the official optional rule, to trade items between friendly characters, I will give the bastard sword now to Shalara. Unfortunately, she cannot use it right away because we can only equip items at the end of the round practically. But that's not really that big of a deal. She will then challenge those Murlocs. Shalara will also join that fight, so pretty much we are down to only one action left, but this was the plan anyway. So let's build the dice pool for Sandrai first, and let's roll those dice. We are looking for a 5. That was actually a very good roll. So those are 3 hits. So one Murloc is already toast, and we still have, I think, 4 rerolls. So let's reroll those. Yeah, pretty cool. 4 hits. That's really 2 Murlocs down. Wow, this is really great. So 4 hits on blue directly go here. But of course, we still have Shalara. Will also be allowed to do some damage. But again, I nearly forgot the attrition of Sandrai. Now she can use her Shadow Melt ability again, and I think I will not use her Heroic Strike. I think we should be good anyway. So I will save the energy for now. Really don't need it. Okay, those are 2, 1 hit here. We have only 1 reroll. Yeah, that's the thing. I can use this one, so this is an auto hit as well because of our cruelty. And yeah, let's go for maybe no. I think we cannot use this. Let's better use this. It really doesn't matter. No, that's not a hit, but still should be good enough to take out all those Murlocs. Okay, this, because of our cruelty, will be a 5, so which is enough. This is, so we will see 2 more going here. 2 more shields, so in total we shouldn't get any damage. So let's resolve the combat here. They have a health of 2, so we remove all 4 of those damage tokens there. This will remove 2 Murlocs. 1, 2. The remaining Murloc does 3 points worth of damage, but that's really not a problem. We have 4 tokens here. Let's remove those defense tokens. Let's move everything up, and again they have a health of 2, so this is clearly enough to kill the last Murloc here. Awesome job, girls, as always. So let's remove this token. Let's see what our reward will be. So in total we get 4 golds, so 2 each. Now we have 5 experience points, and we have to distribute them as evenly as possible with the viewer character going first. So this means Shalara gets 3 and Sandrai gets only 2. Because it's a level 3, again the character with lower XP gets the bonus XP. So, yeah, in this case it's 4 for Shalara and only 2 for Sandrai, if I did the math right here. And this is so unfortunate because both of them don't gain to the next or get to the next level. So that's 2 for Sandrai, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Shalara. But I think this is really how you do it. But we are still allowed to take 2 items, or 1 and 1. So let's decide for the first one, the minor healing potion to regain 1 health. I think right now this could be the better fit for Shalara. So give it to Shalara. Let's draw the next card. So we are not allowed, and the minor healing potion, of course, we will give this one to Sandrai then. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Let's remove this card. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to draw a card or new card right away because of the subterfuge event here. So let's place 2 tokens on it, and when the second one is removed by the end of each round, then we will draw a new quest card. Shalara still has a turn left, or an activation left, and I think she will use it to move into Koran's dagger here. I think she will be able to take out this gnoll on her own. She doesn't have a bounty, so no additional creatures will move adjacent to her. So let's move her 1, 2 spaces up here to Koran's dagger. So this pretty much concludes the end of the round. Let's go into the character step, because I want to equip the bastard sword that Sandrai gave me, or gave her in this case, and this gives her 1 extra die and a potential attrition if she will be able to spot a 7 or more. Not too bad. I think Sandra doesn't do anything. Oh yeah, she does, of course. She has her robe of apprenticeship. It's also not that bad, but I think getting a green die might be more important. And plus 2 rerolls. I don't know. She can pretty much reroll all of her dice in a single combat round. But yeah, why not? I take that. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think so. So let's move the turn track 1-2 spaces ahead. We are already halfway or nearly halfway through the game. Let's draw an event card. And here we have a boss. And again, we have a special rule for this boss. We would ignore those text entirely. We would roll 2 dice. The first die tells me which boss is spawned. So this roll, we are both at level 1 or 2. So maybe we are of lucky that we didn't make it into level 3. And the second, the spawning point, we might reroll because some of those are not allowed because I'm playing as the Alliance and I gain a specific bonus. Each boss that's not defeated until the end of the game gives the Orderlord +2 attack, +2 health in the final battle. So we definitely want to make sure to get rid of this boss if we can do so. And I think let's go green is the first die and red is the second die. So let's see first of all what it is. That's a 6. It's a Murloc, but it's a, I don't know, I think it's purple Murloc if I'm not mistaken. Yep, that's the case. And then we roll the location. That's a 6 as well. It goes into Corin's Crossing. Yeah, that's allowed for both of the factions. So let's spawn this purple Murloc into Corin's Crossing, which is all the way right here, but there is, let's say, a flight path right next to it, so it shouldn't be that difficult to get there, to be honest. Let's check out what those purple Murlocs do. Oh, attack of 8 and health of 6. Not that easy to deal with. I'm not really sure if I or if some of our heroes will be able to take him out on her own. I have to think about that, but yeah, for now, let's keep everything as it is. One thing we still have to do, though, is to move Nefarian 1 space ahead. So he's already here. In theory, he just needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more movements. Okay, so I think, I don't know. I don't have really the odds of that deck, how many of those high values are in there, but for now, let's assume we still have some more rounds left. And I think I will end my playthrough here, at least for today. Hope you are still enjoying it. Hope you haven't spotted too many errors. I most likely will find 1 or 2 during the editing, and again I will leave comments if I will find those. If not, please make me aware. Again, I will try to repair them as much as I can during next episode. And yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.